Hey everybody, welcome back to BPJ Game Station where we game to please. And would you believe after just a week, probably a week and a half of not playing, I've got pretty rusty on this game. But I am back on T15, the Wellspring. I've done some minor modifications to the AP Technomancer. Nothing crazy, but at the end of this video, I'm going to fight the sub boss and then skip to the end and then go over the final build, I guess the AP Technomancer 2.0, and you can decide how you want to use it for yourself. But I'm going to do a slight variation first and show you what you can do with it. If you want to bring your anomaly power up just a little bit more and maybe do it that way, but I've found that my way is, just works best for my gameplay. So kind of just look at it and, do what feels best to you. But I'm going to go ahead and fight the sub boss. Like I said, with this build, I will throw out the turret first, one grenade, and then hit blighted rounds. The blighted rounds is just to get my anomaly power to go up some. So this is not what this build is made around, but it just kind of helps with some of the damage output here. So I'm going to show y'all how I'll handle this. It is a little bit more awkward and a little harder than some of the other builds that I've came up with, but that's just because this one, I guess its survivability is just a little bit lower, even though I hate to put it that way. It is what it is. So you just got to keep, getting your mines and stuff out, and just trying to, keep hitting the enemy with this stuff, and you should have a little bit of room to, not die, basically. As crazy as that sounds, but I even screwed up, but basically, you get that. I didn't even put on the blighted rounds to get the extra damage, but we'll do it this time around. But just gotta dodge his attacks like we always do. Go ahead and put them blighted rounds out, or blighted turrets. It's kind of screwing me over because he's not coming down here, but so need to get some health back. I will throw out the turret. I will put the grenade out, and then I did put on the blighted rounds, and that's going to give me some extra damage output. So with this build, you do have to run away and get him, kind of away from some of the captains and stuff that's going to be coming out. So I will lead him out this way, because going against all of them is going to become a pain in the ass. So I'll go ahead and get him down here if I can. He keeps throwing out that stupid thunder that, kind of screws you up. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and take care of these guys for sure. I can even put on Fortress with this to kind of get some more damage output, but so it's not going to be that bad now. I mean, we'll keep just hammering him with everything that we got at our disposal. I'm going to go ahead and even put on Fortress. But as you can see, I mean, our blighted turret, gives us pretty good life back. So, that's pretty cool. We got our fortress up. We got our everything we can to get that extra anomaly damage. And so we'll just keep, keep after him. And I mean, he won't be that difficult. So, like right there, I got my fortress up. I need to get that blighted turn out to make sure that I got some life. But yeah, they will, if you let them, they'll overtake you, and that's kind of the problem with this build. But once we get some of that life back and stuff. You know, we won't. It's just these stupid ass resistance moves that he has that kind of screws us up. But you know, we almost even got this guy dead. But we got the captains coming out, and also we got, you know, our Anemoy gets a little stupid sometimes, and I got to try to reload. So that's the only problems that you run into. But we'll have this guy taken out here. Just a second. And like I said, like always, man, it's that damn they freeze you, and then, you know, your resistance is not going off real good. But we knocked him out, and so that's all you got to do. I mean, you just got to be careful. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I went through the Wellspring Tier 15 with my my current loadout for the Scrapnel build. I guess Scrapnel 2.0 build, AP Techno. So the damage dealt was 227 million. Damage blocked 9.6 million. Damage taken 1.7. Healing, nobody cares. Damage dealt, Scrapnel 93 million, and set bonus trap mine damage was 39 million. So from what this build is made around, most of the damage does come from that. So that's about 130 million in damage from Scrapnel and the set bonus. And then, of course, with mod Moaning Winds damage at 41 million. So that's definitely how we want this build to work. I just wanted to show you a slight variation of that. And so this first little part of the build, do not pay attention to. Just look at the different weapon and the different boots and gloves that I use, just to show you all this difference. But this is not the build that I was running with. Watch for that. So basically with this portion of the build, if I ran it the other way, I would be running with the Heir to the Desert, the Anemoy, and the Hands of the Reforged, because it's got Unstoppable Force on it. This is a Pyromancer glove, so if you don't have that, it's going to be hard to recreate this portion of it. And then also the Paladin's boots, and I got an anomaly power 13.9k on this, and also no resistance against the fortified. So this is how I was playing it before. It gets my anomaly power up to 172k. My health drops down to 26k, and then armor, I guess, stays around 108k. So the problem with this build is I was having too much trouble surviving, so I said to hell with that, and then I switched back over. So okay guys, this is what I would like y'all to use. So of course we got the death shield. As you can see, our anomaly power dropped down to 135, but for this, I do not really think that it matters that much for this build, so don't worry about that too much. Our health goes back up to 32.3k, and then armor at 108. This makes our survivability a lot better. Death shield, it's got fortress and shadow coming on it. Of course, all armor and weapons are maxed out as far as attributes are concerned. Then secondly, we got the Anemoy. I got Moaning Winds, and then I put Radiation Splash on this. Great for a little bit of extra damage. I think you're doing about 900 and something thousand damage each time you reload. So I run the bullets out on the Anemoy and then switch back to my main weapon. So then when I switch to the secondary, it's going to be letting that, you know, the reload 8 seconds or 6 seconds Moaning Winds Radiation Splash go each time you do that. So just run your gun out of bullets, switch back to the primary. And then again, like I said, you got Fortress on this. I hardly ever get the Fortress up and running, and I can still do enough damage with the Scrapnel. So, you know, that's just a secondary benefit of this, but you're going to be putting that shadow coming off too when you shoot. So, pretty good setup there. And then for the headpiece, we need 3 pieces of this. I'm using 5 just because I got tired of, looking for extra stuff, trying to get more armor just the way I like it, etc., etc. But there's nothing really hard about getting some gloves and stuff that works well with this if you want to change out that. But so we got the torrential downpour goggles. Basically, we got the euthanizer on there. It deals 25% more damage against enemies afflicted by toxic. And then you got your more traps. Scrapnel, 1 additional mine can be thrown before triggering the cooldown. This comes on the headpiece, so no worries there. And then you got the torrential downpour armor. The trap cluster shrapnel doubles the number of mines that can be thrown before triggering the cooldown. And then Captain Hunter increases your damage against elites by 25%. And then for the pants, you have the torrential downpour leg armor, and those are the 3 pieces that I suggest for this build. They are pretty much must-have because they all got the anomaly power on it, skills life leech, and the cooldown reduction. And so the first mod that I put on here was To the Bone. And so when you turn on the blighted rounds, when the skill is activated, increase anomaly power by 30% for 15 seconds. So I turn this on when I'm fixing to come up against a boss. So basically, I'll throw out the turret, and that not only gives you the skills life leech back for getting more health, but it also ups your anomaly power. And then I will throw out the grenades, the scrap grenade, and then I will finally turn on the blighted rounds, and that gets your anomaly power at its highest, which would be around 420k anomaly power. So that's the best way to run this. And so for the next 2 pieces, you can get any kind of gloves, purple gloves or whatever, or purple boots, both. And the only thing that I suggest with these, as you keep the max health on this, so I actually do like the max health, the skills life leech, and the cooldown reduction on both of these. And if you did not watch my previous video on how I got all this legendary armor to maximize my builds, I think it's episode 14, so go ahead and go back and watch that. It does take a little bit of a time investment, but you can easily get all of your legendary armor, and it will definitely help you out if you haven't got it up till this point. So then we got Anomaly Echo. Grants 9,000 or 11,000 anomaly power for each skill activation for 15 seconds. And then Radical Therapy, deal 15% more damage against enemies afflicted by toxic. And then we got the final boots, which I put damage absorber on there, and it's got Scrapnel, 1 additional mine can be thrown before triggering the cooldown. So all that stuff's great. Then the 3-piece bonus is Scrapnel creates additional cluster bombs after explosion, each dealing 102k anomaly power scale damage. So that works out really well. For our skills, we use Scrapnel, Blighted Rounds, and Blighted Turret, as you may have guessed. And then for the class skills, like I was saying, if you wanted to go the other route, you can add this additional resistance piercing. And, when you change your gun to the Air of the Desert, that's going to give you some more armor pierce. So, you can put the... It's hard to explain, but you can put the Unstoppable Force and then the resistance against the fortified on there if you want to go that route, just to increase your anomaly power. But like I said, I recommend doing it this other way, just because I just found that it works better. It's makes your survivability a lot better. So to go over the skills, what we got here is we got Anomaly Body increases your max health by 10%, increase your resistance by 20%, increase your health again by 10. Every time Toxic is afflicted on an enemy, vulnerable status is inflicted as well. This makes vulnerable 40% more better. So, go ahead and branch off on that. That's the best way I can find to do it. Increase your anomaly power by 10%. reduce ordnance skills cooldown by 15%, increase your anomaly power by 10%, increase your resistance by 20%, increase your anomaly power by 10. Activating decay skills increases anomaly power for you and your allies by 30% for 10 seconds. I find this to be pretty good. If you wanted to go the other route with the resistance against the fortified and all that crap, you could take this one off. You'll lose 30%, but you'll get all that resistance stuff just by picking up this resistance piercing instead. But I like this route instead, so I would recommend this. And then you got your reduce ordnance skills cooldown by 15%, increase your anomaly power by 10%, increase your anomaly power by 10%, increase resistance piercing by 15%, increase your anomaly power by 10%. This one is your only way to get any kind of extra armor, so I would definitely recommend this one. Activating ordnance skills increases your armor by 50% for 15 seconds. Decrease elites damage against you and your allies by 10%. Increase your anomaly power by 10%. And then finally, activating ordnance skills increases your anomaly power by 50% for 10 seconds. So there's the full picture. If you want to just pause this screen and go ahead and copy and paste, this is how I run it. And so that's it, guys. Again, this is BPJ Game Station, where we game to please. And I appreciate all the new viewers. I appreciate all the subscribers. And hopefully we're going to have some new games coming out to check out. This is quite possibly going to be one of my last builds that I come out with for Outriders. Just depending on what comes out with the new game and all that stuff. So we'll just have to see on that. But I really appreciate it, guys. You know, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Watch some of my previous videos, especially the one on how to get all the legendaries and stuff like that. I think it will really help you out if you're wasting a lot of time on some of these expeditions and still not getting what you want. So, like I said, guys, I appreciate it, and hit that like and subscribe button. See y'all in the next episode.